Okay. Okay, we're gonna try to sync the audio. You ready? Okay. I'm thirsty. It's hot. My fan's over there. Oh, I forgot my jewelry. Okay, hold on. How are you guys doing? How's life? You doing great in this pandemic? Can you even say that word, pandemic? Like, well, like I'm getting monetized right now. I obviously have 1 million subscribers. I'm trying to put my bracelet on, but it's not going in. There it goes. Wow, this is great content. Wow. I'm so glad you guys are here to watch this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just spewing shit out of my ass. Okay. I need a fan. But I can't because it makes noise and then Hi. So, funny story, I actually had 2 scripts for this, mainly because I have a hard time speaking off the top of my head. One where it basically talks about how much of a perfectionist I am. Because I want things to be perfect, I tend to procrastinate a lot, thus leading me into this spiral of stress and anxiety. And the second one talks about how the start of this next decade basically ruined my life. You know how you practice and like everything sounds good, right? But then when you actually start to do the thing, it doesn't come out right. Like that's me at the moment. But as I was writing these scripts, I come to the realization that no one really gives a shit. At least not in the first few videos when you're starting a YouTube channel. Like, unless you have a viral video on your hands, I highly doubt anyone would give a shit. This wall is so white. It's so blank. I should really put some prints up here because it's so blank. Let me introduce myself. Hey, hi, hello, salutations, friends. I'm Marielle. Nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but by the time this video comes out, I'll be 27, so that's fun. I've been very familiar with YouTube for quite a long time now. I've seen it all, basically. I've seen the first generation of YouTube celebs like Ryan Higa, Smosh, Shay Carl, iJustine, Olga K, Shane Dawson, Fred. I've seen the rise of gamers, beauty gurus, commentary channels. I've seen the British, Vine, and TikTok invasion. What else is there? Oh yeah, and all of the controversies that has happened over the last 15 or so years. I've seen them all. And like every other teenager who grew up on YouTube, I wanted to be a YouTuber. I think I'm just gonna keep recording because honestly, I don't think those chickens are gonna fucking stop. I used to do speed paint drawing videos, Maple Story animations, and whatever my assignment was for my high school video class was. This video is going great. It's going great. Oh yeah, and also One Direction videos, but we're not gonna talk about that, okay? All throughout high school, I had this passion for both drawing and video making. I was basically a C average student. I would constantly put stuff aside in order to make YouTube videos, which by the way, don't do that, kids. Stay in school, do your work. But as I grew older, I kind of stopped having a passion for everything that I love to do. Maybe it's because of adult life, or maybe it's because of my crippling depression. Okay, hi. So I'm here to interrupt myself via voiceover. Around this time during filming, I was getting frustrated. I was tired, hungry, and I had a huge headache. I was having a hard time figuring out what I wanted to say, so I wrote down some things. Anyway, there are two things that played a role in my loss of inspiration. One was getting into adulthood, and the other being burnout. Oh yeah, and also depression, but we're not gonna get into that. I came to the realization towards my late teens that being a full-time artist seemed like a dream. The fear of becoming a starving artist sounded terrifying. And this was around the time when Instagram was in its infancy and Patreon was a mere thought. Not only that, but the thought of becoming a YouTuber was impossible. All of it came down to luck, which is something that I don't really have. And with this in mind, towards the end of my senior year and all throughout my 20s, I always felt stuck at where I was as an adult. Like I was always chasing something that I couldn't catch. No matter how hard I tried to fulfill the emptiness that I was feeling, I was never satisfied. And I feel that a lot of people my age can probably relate to this. Whether I was willing to admit it or not, I was trying to be a perfect adult that knew what the hell I was doing. But at the same time, I was avoiding adult responsibilities like making a doctor's appointment or calling the bank or whatever responsible adults do. And I was jealous of my peers that graduated early or owned their first house or started a family, because to me, as an outsider looking in, it felt like they knew what they were doing and I was falling behind. That for whatever reason, I couldn't unlock a certain hack to become an adult. In 2020 last year, I became so overwhelmed by a lot of things. Being alone with my thoughts was terrifying. But after many months of quarantine, as well as going back to therapy, I came to realize that life was too short to worry about the little things. That I shouldn't run after something despite not knowing what I'm chasing, because in the end, I would never be satisfied if I lived like that way. I'm slowly at that process where I'm learning how to love myself as an adult, coming to the realization that I'm imperfect and so is everyone else. And that's the funny thing about life. It's one confusing mess that nobody really knows what's going on, and like me, we're all just winging it. And I guess that's why I'm making this channel now. Making this video now after 10 years of trying to figure shit out. While I may be learning to grow and change, I don't want to forget who I was when I was younger. I want to embrace not only my adult self, but also my child and teen self. Because without her, I wouldn't be able to be the person that I am today. Drew Monson said it best in his most recent video.
And I'm not gonna have a perfect relationship with myself, but I have to try and I have to make that the goal to love myself, like for survival. Like it's gotten to the point where it's that serious, it is that real, that like I will die if I don't at least make an attempt to love myself. Like I will, one way or another, eat myself alive. And I know that for a fact because that's what was happening. Like I was just at that point that I'm sure some people can relate to right now, where I was like, honestly, in the back of my mind, I hope one of these bad decisions I'm making with my body and my life and all the stress I'm under just takes me out. Like, and I don't have to make the decision. And I know that's like an intense thing to say, but the point I'm making is that I have to right now look at myself and say, I love you, and try to mean it, and not worry that someone out there on the other side of the country is rolling their eyes at me, or me probably editing this later is like, should I take that out? Oh my god, you sound so corny. Make a joke about your hairline. Say that you look gross. Say like, I can't. I will die. I know that is so intense, but I will die if I don't say, I love you.
Learning to love oneself is so important, and I feel that we all need a reminder of that. Sometimes the process is slow and extremely difficult, and often enough, one might feel that they're not making any progress. But that's fine. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. Anyway, sorry this got so cheesy all of a sudden. Now, let's go back to the video. So, what exactly is this channel going to be? Basically, it's going to be art, video making, I guess, and also vlogs? I don't know. Like, you'll see. And because And because I like to make things difficult, I have 2 other channels. One called Obscuriosity. It's a channel where it's basically true crime, supernatural, and anything dark related. And then the next one is called The Binging Millennial. I know. Basically, it's me reviewing film, books, TV shows, like anything you can read or watch, like I'll probably review it. I know in every like YouTube star tutorial video, they always mention that you should only focus on one channel and have a certain niche, what the fuck ever. Niche? I can't say the damn word. How you... Let me Google it.
Click.
No, I don't care. Hello?
Chair.
This motherfucker.
Niche, also American niche.
I hope I have enough footage because I gotta have to work with what I got. That's kind of the motto on this channel. You gotta work with what you got, baby. Oh my god. If I really cared about numbers, then I guess my main goal for this channel is to have at least 100 subscribers. Listen, I know the number sounds like really low. To me, 100 is a lot. Like, you're talking to someone who had about 30 something subscribers back in high school. Like, I'm just trying to do the best that I can and live my life, and I just want to do the things that I want to do, which is do art and make videos. That's pretty much it. I think I've said what I have to say. Thank you so much for sticking this long into the video. If you like what you see, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Why the fuck can't I do this? God, how do you make an outro not cringy? If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more of me and my shenanigans, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And hell, while you're at it, why don't you just hit that little bell button too? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I think that's good. Hopefully that's good. We shall see. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.